Residents of Burnley, commuters of Cotsgrave, welcome back to Transport Fever. My name, of course, is Transport Maestro Orbital Potato. That's right. Transport Maestro, that's my new title. Anyway, we are looking right at Burnley at this moment in time. I'm going to unpause the date speed. I'm gonna put it into full date speed. Why not? One times date speed. Sure. Right. So I've let the game run for very short period of time. I don't know, like 5 minutes. 5 minutes IRL. Basically, just enough to let a couple of these big juicy oil trains arrive at the refining plant. There is one little tiny modification that I need to make to this track over here. As you can see, I didn't dual this stretch of track right over here. So this train, I've installed a brand new signal. I've made like one amendment, and that was this signal. In fact, I made one amendment, which was that signal. Hold on. And then I also put another set of signals right over here to allow or disallow access to Salcombe East. So what I want to do in the very first instance, before we move on to the actual objective of today's episode, is I want to properly dual this bit of track right over here, because at the moment it's kind of a little bit garbage. It's kind of a little bit garbage. And by kind of a little bit garbage, I mean it really is wholly inadequate for what it needs to be doing. So let's just do this. Let's take it down this way. I don't know why I've decided on a design convention like this one, but I apparently have. So there we go. And this can just... In fact, you know what? I don't even want to have that bit of track lying around. We can just go straight across here. Sure. And then I'm going to install a little bit of track right over there, which is a temporary sort of measure. But that is a temporary measure to allow this train to pass onto the other track. And then what I will do is I will make this into a one-way signal, which I'm sure I will regret. Oh, fantastic. Some brand new stuff. I'm sure I will regret that, because that basically means that all trains will need to pass through the Cotsgrave passenger station as well, or the cargo station, whatever. Passenger and cargo station. It's a little bit of both. Which we'll obviously want to change. We'll obviously want to put a return line onto a return route onto the main line at some point. But for now, I don't really need to worry about it. It's absolutely a-okay. Cool. So let's set up the directionality. We'll just get a signal, which of course I didn't set as the right type, but that's okay. Anyway, yes. A few little tweaks here and there to the oil line, and we're golden, really. I mean, we are absolutely golden. As you can see, we're making money. We are making so much money. So much money. It's actually not even funny. Look at that. Railroad, 1.1 million in 1982. 1.1 million. That's right. Say it with me. 1.1 million. Start chanting 1.1 million, and, you know, in no time at all, you too can be financially free. If only you believed in yourself. That's right. Buy my book. Buy my book. Orbital's Trip to Financial Freedom. Become a transport millionaire in 9 short days. Get rich quick with trains and buses, but mostly trains. Mostly trains. In fact, primarily trains. Anyway, that would be the first chapter. The second chapter, well, you'll have to buy the book. Anyway, right now that my publicist has left the room, I can actually proceed with the actual main content of this video. Right. So this is all running very smoothly. I'm really happy with this. The Cotsgrave to Fairford non-express train line. What the heck's it called? The non-train express line train line. Fairford Express, not express train. Yeah, that's right. The really catchily named express non-express train line. That's not. For goodness sake, it's not an express line. Anyway, that line is doing great. I'm delighted that it's doing so well. Absolutely over the moon. The fuel line is also doing well. So what we're gonna do today is gonna be pretty darn big, and it really is gonna sort of pump up our log moving capabilities. Right, so I've already talked about how there are 3 forests outside Burnley, and in fact we were drawing from 2 of them in order to deliver to the sawmill right over here. Now at the moment we have just got a single train station outside Burnley Transfer, and let's be real, That's not enough. So I'm going to turbocharge. I'm going to turbocharge this whole process, right? So the first thing that I want to do, the first thing that I think I want to do is I want to buy a brand new train. I'm going to buy a brand new expensive train, and we are going to give Better Planky Supply a brand new train line and a brand new train to run on that line. Not a brand new train line. Just forget that. We're going to just buy a brand new train. Anyway, give me the most expensive, best thing that you got. What do we got? 4,600,000, 1.1 million. Oh yeah, standard freight locomotive and can pull twice as heavy trains at half the cost of its predecessors. That is what I'm talking about. 60 kilometers per hour. Don't mind me. Orange. Not digging that, honestly. Not digging that at all. Let's just leave it in default colors. Right, so let me spend far too much on this train. I would like some cargo wagons, please. And we'll just get some stake cars. Some stake cars, any particular preference? I mean, these are the best, right? Now, this is going to be a ridiculously long train. Oh my goodness. 3.8 million for this vehicle. I don't have enough money for it. I'll borrow a little bit for it. We're gonna need to make this happen. Mostly it's a pride thing at this point. I don't want to sacrifice my pride. Okay, let's see if we can customize this station length so that we can actually make it the appropriate length. To be honest, I think I want to get a brand new platform, really. In fact, I could get a brand new platform. Yeah, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build this out. Yeah, let this train go past here. Fantastic. Also, I had a fantastic suggestion in the comments, and I'm going to take this opportunity to rename Plastic Supply. That's right, Plastic Supply is going to be renamed Plastic Fantastic. Right, I mean, I'm not falling victim to, you know, sort of crowd populism, mass hysteria. But if people want to start suggesting names for routes, you know, I'll consider them, unless they're garbage names, in which case I won't even think about them. But Plastic Fantastic strikes me as such an orbital name for a route. Where'd it go? Where'd all my routes go? Where did Plastic Fantastic go? Plastic Fantastic has successfully been renamed. Great, we got a brand new route. I love it. Okay, I've got two things that I want to do here. One of which is get rid of that little bit of junk. I say junk, it's actually valued track. And let's stick in a replacement bit of track, eh? That's right. I'm part-time Canadian, eh? And then let's go back to configuring. Let's go back to configuring the Burnley transfer. Now, I would like to keep one track as a pretty short terminal, and then the other track, the other line can basically be twice as long, right? Is that kind of a stupid thing to do? I don't actually know. I don't actually know. Is that a stupid thing to do? You're gonna have to let me know. I kind of feel better Planky Supply. What's the problem? There shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, so we should now have a one 160 meter station, and then the other should be an 80 meter station, right? An 80 meter platform thing. Oh, we also need to put some cargo platforms down this side. That is probably what you're annoyed about, isn't it, video game? I thought as much. Right. Are you appeased? What's the issue here? There should be no issues. There should be absolutely no issues whatsoever. But we do need to connect this up. We do need to connect this up to there? Sure. Is that solved all of the problems? That has in fact solved all of the problems. Okay. Well, let's pump you onto better Planky Supply. Of course, you're not going to be able to access the first stop properly. Or indeed any stop properly, apparently. Is there an issue? No, there is no issue. You just can't find your way. Waiting for free path. Okay, you're waiting for free path. That's A-okay. That's A-okay with me. You'll find it in just a second. Okay, let's pause, and then let's extend this station a little bit as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to dual... Oh, I am flat out of cash. I'm going to dual this station and double the length of the platform. So both platforms are the appropriate length to have a super long log train. Platforms, cargo platforms, yep, and yep, looking good. And then we will go back out of the train station building configurator. That is the technical term. I won't hear anything against it. And then, to be honest, is it time that we introduce a dual bit of track over here? Yes, the answer is yes, and that sounded like a planned question to myself, but it actually wasn't. The reason that we're going to do this... Hold on, I need to think about this. This is the wrong side to be coming down on. I need to move this around a little bit. The reason that I'm going to dual this entire bit of track is because I should have mentioned when I was outlining my initial goals. Yes, first of all, we're going to be increasing the capacity of logs to be delivered to the sawmill, but that's only going to be useful if we can ship more of the planks, because if we're basically tripling, which is what we're basically doing, if we're tripling our sawmill capacity, excuse me, if we're tripling our logs in to the sawmill, that's because there's a signal in the way I can't build. If we're tripling our logs into the sawmill, then that means that we are, in effect, tripling our planks out of the sawmill, if you'd like. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to make absolutely certain that we can increase our capacity of planks to the, what is this called? Tools factory. So we're going to build a very, very, very brand new and exciting bit of track. That's right, we're going to connect the tools factory and, in fact, Kingston upon Thames with a train line. You heard it here first, folks. It was only a rumor before, but now it is confirmed. Now the sightings of aliens have been confirmed. It's a cover-up. It's a cover-up. But you know what? No cover-up here. You can guarantee that you'll be getting a bit of track all the way to Kingston upon Thames. If I can fix this flipping problem. Which I apparently cannot do at this precise moment in time. Rather awkwardly. How about that? Come on, really? Come on, my dude. I mean, I guess we can put it up here, where the track's a little bit straighter. That looks good to me. That looks good to me, Governor. Fantastic. Right, let me have a little look at the track situation, the point situation on the track. So that's coming back. That's going to go out then. So that goes... One-way signals, yes please. And another one-way signal as soon as the autosave is completed, which takes rather a long time. Okay, looking good. So we're still gonna need to connect up a little bit of track over here. I think I've got a better idea. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ditch this. I'm gonna ditch this. I'm going to take out another loan. Yep, because it's necessary. It's always necessary. And then increase the length of that there. Whap down a few more cargo platforms. Just you know, make everything work so that there's no potential for failure. You know, the less chance of failure, the better. Let's take this track forward for a little bit, or roughly forward. Take this forward. Yep, grand. This is so that we can do a little crossover bit here. Yep, that looks perfect. And then we will just integrate this on normally, like a brand new normal connection. Yep. Wonderful. Yep, that looks good to me. That looks absolutely perfect to me. And that looks just a heck of a lot more professional, doesn't it? Which I feel is just a bit... It's against my brand to do it that way, but that's okay. You have problems. The trade... Oh, yes. Yes, I have rather forgotten about the train depot. That is somewhat of an issue. And you've already left the train depot, technically. I mean, we can connect up to here. Sure. Let me just do the signals first. So that's going this direction. It's coming back. Coming back. Grand. Hold on. What direction was that? That was going there. Fine. That's actually okay. So that route runs fine. It's just literally the train. The trains that we need to get done. The train in the shed that we need to fix. Right, well, this is a little bit awkward, isn't it? I can... Okay. Right, I think I have a plan. I think we cross over all of this track, which looks... I mean, this looks so chronically unprofessional that I don't even want to think about it. Let's do... Look, this is a temporary setup. I feel like I need to move. I need to move that depot. It's no longer good enough to have it there. Okay. Fine. Train 9 has been sorted. It's gonna connect up. It looks like... That looks like hot garbage. So, I guess the whole professional look that I was going for has been, I mean, removed entirely, which is grand because, I mean, that's very much on brand, if you know what I mean. Anyway, let's just make sure that all of these signals are in the right direction. So that's going back. Yep. And then that's coming there. The train 2 will have an issue, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that on as a not one-way signal. And then let's stick it into fast-forward mode, or any mode, really. And then let's see this wonderful train leave the depot. It's only cost me $31,000. But there you go. I mean, it's already cost me $31,000. How ridiculous is that? You're going to Burnley Central. You're going to Burnley Central. You're going to Burnley Central first. That kind of figures, because that's the only place that you can actually go. Lovely. Okay, let's whap this into 3 times speed. There we go. Let this be a one-way signal again. Beautiful. Beautiful. And now all of the track, all of the trains should work completely efficiently, effectively. Everything should be good. Train 2, by the way, I am thinking I'm going to replace at some point with a brand new expert level train, a proper good train, if you'd like. A proper good train. And a brand new one as well. You can only get up to 50 kilometers per hour. Well, that's a little bit unexciting. Top speed 50 kilometers per hour. I thought you could go top speed of 60 kilometers per hour. Wait. Hold up. How fast can the carts go? Now that actually matters. Okay, all of the carts can only go up to 50 kilometers and 50 kilometers per hour anyway. Right, so it was totally unnecessary for me to get a 60 kilometer per hour train. However, some of the passenger carriages can actually go up to 60 kilometers per hour, and in fact beyond that actually. Okay. Looking good. Looking real good. Looking fancy. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, nice. Okay. I mean, this train is absolutely stunning, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that. That is gorgeous. What a gorgeous vehicle. I don't even... What's it called? I have absolutely no idea what this train is called. 280 Baldwin Class 56. Brilliant. Well, there you go. We found out. And I not that bothered, because that means very little to me. Well, I know what the 280, that's the configuration of wheels that are on the train, but the Baldwin nonsense, well, presumably that's the manufacturer, but other than that, I don't know. Anyway, let's talk tactics here. Let's talk tactics. So, in Burnley, we have a little bit of a problem. The problem is that this is a terminal station. Now, I believe if we go into the configuration or editor, that's right, that is the technical term for what we are doing right here, the configuration or editor. So this is a passenger building, I believe. It's this passenger building. No, it's not this passenger building. It's this passenger building. So if we stick down another one of these, can we just stop it from being a terminal station? I think we totally can. Ooh, compartment car, brand new. I think, yeah, so I think we want to, well, I want to convert this into a through station. I want to convert it into a station with throughput because that means that we'll be able to start a service up to Kingston upon Thames. However, I also am very, very aware that I don't want all of the super high emission trains, i.e., you know, this ridiculously long bad boy of a Baldwin 280 class 165-893-7730. I don't want that. I don't want that running through my pristine capital city of Burnley. I say capital city. It used to be a capital city, but now it's look at already at the emission levels. Growth is minus 64 residents, and that's basically only trams. That's basically only trams. In fact, it's mostly trams. It's mostly trams. It's mostly trams and buses. But look, you get the picture. You get the picture. I don't want to be running planks right through this nonsense. So that is a no-no. That is a no. So I feel what I need to do is I need to create a train bypass. Is that a thing that can actually happen? I don't actually know. I need to create a train bypass, but it doesn't actually need to be created right now, technically. I.e., I don't need to run a track round here past the station, if you know what I mean, right? So, I mean, look, that would be a pretty good train bypass or something like that. So it comes round the city of Burnley. I don't need to do that, and then it would ideally reconnect with the track that we are going to build once we destroy that terminal station house thing. Anyway, the point is that what I can do is I think I can just set up a branch right over here. I can set up a branch right over here, and this branch can literally... Construction's not possible. I don't believe you, video game. I do not believe you. I told you it was possible. Anything is possible if you just imagine hard enough. Is what Walt Disney would like you to believe. But that's not actually true. My book selling large quantities. Selling in large quantities. See, that's one of those things that's just, you know, it's just not true. Even though Walt Disney, the man himself, who told me just that. He told me, Potato, one of these days you're gonna write a bestseller. I'm still waiting. Right, okay. Train is setting off. Grand. Man, we are gonna make so much money. Anyway, point is that better planky supply can be changed into a slightly different route. Or in fact, maybe it won't even be a slightly different route. Maybe I'll just run a completely different train along that route. Anyway, we need to get rid of... What track do I want to build first? I probably want to build the track from Burnley to Kingston on Thames first, because that's going to be the main track, and then this track we can connect up to the track that we're about to build. It's a bit complicated, but I mean, look, let's be real. You guys can handle the complexity, because I mean, I feel like I'm the stupidest one here. I really am. Like, of all of the people watching at home, shout out to you guys. I honestly feel like I'm the stupidest one here. Right, smash that down right over there. Also smash the like button whilst you're at it. Delete that, and what do you know? Just like that. Man, I flippin' love this game. That is absolutely the coolest thing since sliced bread. That is great. I absolutely adore that. Yeah, so we'll just make a straight track right the way down here. Brilliant. That didn't really connect up. Is that a problem? No, not at all. Just place that and then connect this bit up. Fantastic. What it might be worth doing is just going in and seeing if we can configure a side entrance to maybe fit in somewhere. Passenger side entrance. Yeah, so what I want to do is get a small 2-lane street. Absolutely not possible over here, apparently. I believe, though. I believe we can find the right combination. Great. And that will just allow me to extend the reach just a little bit more. The reach of the station. Just a tiny, tiny, tiny fraction more. Okay. Okay, maybe it won't. Maybe I got everyone hyped over absolutely nothing. I fear that is exactly... No, I haven't got everyone hyped. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. The range extended. The range extended. The plan worked. Okay, that was great. Fantastic. I'm over the moon. I'm honestly shocked that that actually worked. Okay, so we've got the basic outline of the routes. Got the basic outline of the route. We know that it's going to come down this way. We know that it's going to cross over roughly at the same points. Let's get that set up. Let's get that set up. Let's design this route. Now is the time to do it. I'll stick it in 3 times speed because there is absolutely no reason for us to no reason for us to pause whilst we're doing this, at least not yet anyway. Can I just have a quick little look at contour lines? I mean, this doesn't make for very appealing viewing. First of all, take that back. And then bring this around here. Ideally, I want this to be a little bit faster, this track. But look, we'll deal with express services later on. I mean, this is gonna be the slowest service in the known universe. That's right. That is right. Okay. But you know what? It's actually okay. It's actually okay. It's fine. If it gets us there and it's not super difficult, then I'm okay with it. It just doesn't look that great. Right, fine. We've got a double track over here. Let's get out of this grid overlay, this contour line overlay, and we will basically make ourselves... Oh no, not a bridge. Not a bridge. Please tell me I don't have to build a bridge. I really do not want to build a bridge. Do I need to build a bridge? Oh, flippin' heck. I absolutely do not want to build a bridge. Well, that's a bit awkward. I mean, what if I was to just come down over here? That's like the maximum decline already. I really don't feel like a bridge is wholly necessary. But I guess this is a fairly steep hill. I thought I avoided most of the hill. I could have avoided the hill a little bit more if I went over this way a little bit. Let me try doing that. Let me try doing that a little bit. A little bit further. Right. Wonderful. Try come around this way. 60. Yeah, sure. 60 miles an hour is our target. Is our target velocity. Okay. That's looking pretty darn good. Nice. Keep it steady. Keep it steady. Oh, wonderful. Look at that. We avoid the hill entirely. It is a little bit of a twisting, turning journey, but what's a journey without twists and turns, right? Oh man, this is... What a garbage bit of track I'm building right here. But sure, this is going to be the scenic route. The scenic route. Okay, now this is a point in the journey where we are absolutely going to have to build a bridge. Like, we literally do not have any option. But you know what we are doing? Right from the start, we are dueling this. We are dueling this track. It's 100%. We've got to. That's a collision? Really? Well, what I'm going to do is ever so slightly modify the terrain here. And I'm talking about just raising it up just a little bit. There we go. Just like that. And so I think that honestly, I mean, it doesn't look very different, but it does change. It does change everything. Okay, is this gonna really be too much curvature? It is a little too curvy. A little too curvaceous for our needs. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to reconsider that a little bit. Still too curvy. Okay. Take another crack at it. What would be the appropriate curvature here? That would be the appropriate curvature. Okay, those tracks don't run exactly parallel, but I mean we can't complain about that too much. This is a scenic route anyway, so I'm sure that, you know, some avid train spotter will spot the track inconsistencies. Anyway, I don't want to modify the land too much, as you know. So I think that this occasion does actually call for a bridge. And we will try and make it as swift a bridge as we possibly can. There is still a collision, presumably because we haven't actually taken the track back far enough over here. Yeah, looking good. That's looking pretty exceptional, actually. Just a nice low bridge. Yeah. Actually, that is the definition of exactly what we are aiming for. As I've already highlighted, there is never going to be any boat that comes through this area anyway, because this isn't a navigatable section of water. Fantastic. Our unlocks are coming in thick and fast. Beautiful. All right, great. Just like that, we managed to get away with what is honestly a pretty darn cheap bit of bridge. I do like a cheap bit of bridge. That is for sure. Right, fantastic. So that is a double bridge, and I must say that looks absolutely exceptional. That looks absolutely exceptional. I really, really rather like that. That is nice. That is very, very nice. Look at that. Look at that scenic view. Look at that scenic view right there. Okay, so we're a little bit too far west. We need to bring it back east. I mean, if this is the easterly direction, I wouldn't know east from west if it hit me in the face. Let me get the contour lines back up and running again. I hate designing track by contour, but I mean, let's be real. You kinda have to. You kinda have to when you have a somewhat limited finance. I say somewhat limited finance. Over the course of just this building, I've actually made $6 million, which is a pretty substantial amount of money. Well, you know, for some people, obviously. Not for you if you buy my book, though. I mean, $6 million, it's gonna be pocket change. Absolute pocket change. Okay, so now we get to the point where we should probably start to think fairly seriously about a station in Kingston upon Thames. What's the land use? What's the land use? So we got residential over in this quadrant, industrial over here, commercial over here. I honestly feel like inserting a station in this area would be pretty effective. It would probably hit upon most of the stuff that we're looking to consider, and we're going to want to get a passenger line and also a station where we can drop cargo off. So tools, pretty much. I think we should try and plumb for a passenger terminus station. 160 meters in length? Sure, 160 meters in length. Don't mind if I do. 2 tracks. That's actually pretty darn reasonable. Oh, I should pause now just to make sure that the town doesn't rebuild something in a location that I'm not interested in. Is that better? Is that better for me? What's the area of effect for that? pretty good, to be honest. However, there is a massive hill right there, and that is, I don't want to say quite a problem, but it is actually quite a problem. We do have an option of perhaps putting the train station somewhere else. And maybe we could insert it. I tell you what, if we inserted it over there, it would cost us. It would cost us a pretty penny, but it does mean that we don't have to really consider the effects of the hill. And it means that we basically have full town coverage, so when it comes to selling tools, we won't have any issues whatsoever. I think that that's got to be the place. That's got to be the place. I hate that it's got to be. I absolutely hate that it's got to be because it's the wrong side. But I mean, if we have a look at this contour, that is not an insubstantial obstacle. Yeah, so I think that that's, you know, making the best out of a bad situation. I'm still irritated that it has to be over there, but let's be real. It's just much better. It's just much better that it's over here. Cool. Right, let me ditch these passenger stations on one side. And instead, there we go. Stick in some cargo platforms. Nice and long as well. Fantastic. Looking not too shabby at all. Yeah, I think that is the right decision. I really do think that is the right decision. And then let's go back to building tracks. Right. And this way we can completely avoid the hill. Okay, we're just going to go round this side of it here. And we're going to make sure that we keep our distance from the city. I say the city, from the town. Nice. Because we don't want to infect the town with any unnecessary pollution. We connect that up there. Grand. What the heck is going... What the heck is that? Are we low? Alright, well, I don't quite know what the problem is. I think we might be a smidgen low. But that's fine. Okay, so there we go. That is the track. That is going to be where the passenger line runs. So, without further ado, it's probably worth us setting up a better train depot. Let me take out this horrific looking structure. There we go. Get that ditched. And let's get ourselves the train depot. Let's give ourselves plenty of room. We either want to link it up. To be honest, I think I've got an idea. I've had a brainwave. It's going to be a little far away, but we'll put two train depots in here. So this is like future-proofing. It's a little bit expensive. Well, I say expensive. It's not super expensive, but it's going to be, you know, it's going to become expensive to maintain. And we basically want these train depots to face in both directions at both times. Which should definitely be possible. But it might not be possible due to the ridiculousness of this road that is in the way. There we go. And then this is going to face the other direction. Fantastic. Great. Okay, so now we have two train depots, both of which can, you know, give and receive in both directions. Don't quote me on that. But that looks good. That looks fine. Is this an important road? Not particularly at the moment. However, it's, you know, I feel like it's courtesy. It's, you know, it's good manners. Good manners to rebuild the road. Also, it is kind of necessary because our... How is that possible? How is that possible? That is an absolute mess of a junction. It is necessary that we do this rebuild because our log forest and our station. There we go. Sure, we're linked up to the Burnley transfer thingy. Do you connect up? You now totally do not connect up. Right. Well, that is a problem that we're gonna have to fix. There we go. I mean, look, that's the top priority. Get that reconnected. Absolutely. And then this can be... Sure, fixed up just like that. Perfect. So now that should still link up. Everything should be fine. Great. That is a horrific bit of road. That is a horrific bit of road. But you know what? It works. And if it means that we get the train depots in reasonably close to Burnley, but all still reasonably close to the rest of the network, then that's something that I'm fine with. Also, do I have outstanding loans? I totally do. Just repay all of those. Just briefly. Okay. Kingston upon Thames. Let's get a brand new passenger service. To be honest, I kind of want this engine. This engine for the passenger service would be pretty darn nice. You know, the one that cost me like $1 million? It's probably a little bit OTT, isn't it, though? The Baldwin. Yeah, that was the Baldwin. Standard freight locomotive. I don't really want a freight locomotive. I want something with reasonably low emissions. Is that an unreasonable ask? 75 kilometers per hour? I mean, that's good, but we can't make that work. We can't make this work at 75 kilometers per hour because we just don't have the ability to do it. We don't have the ability to pull cargo because the cargo wagons are all super slow and they're all limited to 50 kilometers per hour at the moment anyway. Passenger wagons, the compartment car, interesting. Passenger car with clear story can do 80 kilometers per hour. We still don't have electrical diesel. Obviously, it's only 1885. So let's just crack out a train. The Russian class G5 freight train. I don't want to do. I ideally want something with emissions that are a little bit lower. 55, 60. Sure, the Russian class B. Let's get that one. Passenger wagons. I don't know how many people we should really expect to run on this service, but we'll get 2 passenger wagons, which is a capacity of 32. That maybe seems like a bit much, but I guess we'll see, right? I guess we'll see. And let's start a brand new line. It's going to go from Burnley all the way over to Kingston upon Thames. Sure. Let's call this line. I guess this is a beach bus on rails. That's right. Now that is a really abstract naming convention. Sure. Which thing did I put it in? I put it in. Oh no. No. Okay. Beach bus on rails. Sure. Unable to find path to stop. Yeah. You know, in hindsight, I should have just. Oh God. Urgh. Why did I put it in this? Why did I put it in this train depot 2? I should have put it in train depot 1. This is. I mean, it was just ridiculous. It was just ridiculous. Sure, just do exactly what I just did. Just do exactly what I just did. Oh my God, such an idiot. There we go. Spend another million. You go on the beach bus on rails. Literally, the whole point of beach bus on rails is. There we go. Get the money back. Whole point of beach bus on rails. It's it's a trip to the seaside, Kingston upon Thames. It's not actually upon Thames. It's Kingston upon Beach. That's right. That's right. It's been officially renamed according to the law of the land. Kingston upon Beach has been born. It's wonderful. I like it. I like it a lot. Cool. So that's the passenger service all set up. So should be coming along nicely. Grand train 11 is here with 2 wagons, 32 passenger capacity. I'm unconvinced that it's going to be a particularly busy route. If we have a little look at demand, 12 people take this road. 7 people take this road. Okay. Well, let's hope that it gets a little bit busier than that. No guarantees that it will, though, of course. But we'll see. Passenger services traditionally have been, you know, fairly difficult to make money with, at least in my world. Right, so that is half of the puzzle sorted. What we now want to do is we want to get a train bypass. We basically just want to link this road up to here. Link this road up? What am I talking about? These rails up from here to here. And then we want to take a branch off here down to here. That's going to be a little bit more complicated, but not that much more complicated. So let's get the track out. Let's try and literally just make it as straight as we possibly can. I don't actually think this is going to be particularly difficult to do, but he says with a huge amount of confidence and is proved a little wrong. In fact, no, he's not. He's completely correct. There we go. Literally just a straight bit of track. So, you know, earlier when I was bumping my gums about a bypass, which was very unnecessary, eventually we will have a bypass for, like, cargo. So, for example, for cargo that needs to go from, you know, from this Salcombe East, right? From Salcombe East over to Kingston upon Beach, right? What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put in a brand new bypass, which will basically run like that. I'm not going to do it now because it's just pointless because we don't have any trains that are going to be running on this bit of track. But we basically don't want any cargo trains to be going through Burnley, if we can avoid it, because the station is now presumably going to be consumed by residential developments. I suspect that that will be exactly what happens. This is a true mess of a line, isn't it? Man, it looks like garbage. But, you know, it's got character. It's got character. You know, it's... I think, you know, as a tourist on your way to Kingston upon Beach, you'd love to have a little sightseeing tour. And, you know, it's good vibes. That's right. It's great vibes, in fact. It's great vibes. Love the vibes. Okay. Oh, this is a bit dodgy. Let me do that there. Let me do that there. Let me put that there. Side entrance for cargo. Brilliant. That works. That works like an absolute charm. I'm shocked that that actually worked. Okay. Now that I've realized where I've placed this, I'm thinking, probably this isn't going to work. But it might. It might. We might get lucky somehow. Yes, so this is going to be the cargo station that we're going to need to try and link up to this line over here. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? I don't know. I certainly hope so. I should probably start with that line there, and then let's see if we can try and work our way back. That actually works not too badly. Can barely see what I'm doing, though. Okay. And bring this round. Bring this round. I'm gonna do something a little bit more advanced here. I say a little bit more advanced. It's not advanced, because that's an exaggeration of my skill level. But what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to create a junction which merges the track into both directions, because we're going to want to receive trains from down here, from coming down the line, i.e. trains from the sawmill, and then we're also going to want to dispatch trains down to the Kingston upon Beach station. So, let me figure this out. Let me figure the directionality out in the first instance. Okay, so, signals, going that way. So that goes there. That goes there. What's the issue? Why is this a problem? Beach bus on rails? Why is this an issue? Oh, we need to create a little crossover point, don't we? I'll do that, don't worry. Don't worry. I got it sorted. Too much slope? Really? Well, you know what they say. Insanity is the repeating the same action again and again and expecting different results. Has that not just been the entire Transport Fever series thus far? Oh, God. please, video game. How is there too much slope here? Just let me do it. Just let me do it. Come on. I won't tell anyone. Fine. There we go. Do that. Beach bus on rails. What is the problem? Could not connect all stations? Probably because I need to have a little crossover point at the end over here as well. Crossing on a curve. Always a massive pain. Even in this instance, which I was desperately hoping to avoid, it actually works like an absolute dream. Okay, I take it all back. I said that it was a pain. It wasn't. I apologize, video game. I apologize wholeheartedly. Okay, so that is that direction, that direction, that direction, that direction, that direction. Cool. So, you know, just some rough guidelines as to where we need to go. And then we'll come over here. That way, and that way, and that way. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, so you're gonna go in, you're gonna come out. Grand. And so coming in, we need to connect this line up to here. Yes. Then this line should also be connected up to there. You know what? I just want to have like a double entrance exit sort of strategy here. Is that a technical term? Well, yes, thank you for asking. It very much is. Okay, that's looking, that looks pretty good. That's what I meant by advanced. It actually ends up looking very, very professional. Which again, shockingly off-brand. Shockingly off-brand. Let's get another signal there. Okay, brilliant. So now we should be able to make a, train route, which will hopefully take planks from Burnley East, or from, you know, the station at Burnley Central, whatever, call it what you will. We can take those planks right over to the Kingston upon Beach station, right over here, and then we can ship them into town. All right, it's that simple. Now, we could do it with the same trains, but I don't think I really want to do that. I think I want to buy a brand new train. I want to buy a brand new train. Why? Because I'm feeling adventurous. I'm feeling adventurous, and I'm feeling groovy. Right, so if the trains can only go up to, or the carriages can only go up to 50 kilometers per hour, why not just buy, you know, a cheap train, a Russian class T1 type. Sure, I'll take one. There's no point in spending, you know, through the teeth to get it. Now we know that it won't work, so might as well get what we can. Right, sure, 7 lifespan 50 years. I mean, this is the best, right? This is the best sidecar with stakes. I think one singular train on this line will probably do. If I can make it a little bit longer, then that will help. 2.3 million. Unless I get the money right now, then I'm going to take out a loan, which, of course, there we go. Take out a loan. Turns out I did actually get the money, just when I needed it most. Right, so get that bolt. And so that's a fairly substantially long train, but it's only 80 meters long, even though it looks like it's a little bit longer. Story of my life. Say what? Yep. Let's plumb that in. Burnley Central. And then right over here. Could not connect all stations. Huh? Why is that a problem? Why is that a problem? That shouldn't be a problem. Oh, I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. The problem is that we don't have a crossover point at the end over here. Yep. Yeah, now connecting on curves, as you will recall from my earlier discussions, always been a little bit of a little bit of a sore point for me. However, on this occasion, works like an absolute charm. Works like a dream. Works like an absolute flipping dream. Right, just wanted to check that that was all in the right direction. Grand. Repay the loans. Cool. I am about to get a brand new train as I need to, but that's okay. And let's stick you onto the new line. Oh no, I haven't created the new line yet, have I? Oh no, I have created the new line, and it now works. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I'm delighted that it works. Well, this is better. This has got to be better than better plank supply. Better than better planky supply. That's right. The names get longer, more complex each and every time. That's part and parcel. Better than better planky supply. My goodness me, I cannot remember. I cannot remember what I've named things. I keep on looking at the list of the line and thinking, fueling Cotsgrave? What the heck is that? When did I make that monstrosity? It turns out just last episode. In actuality. Now, this is Train 2. I think Train 2, look, you got to get replaced by something bigger and better. Yeah, replace the selected vehicle. Let's replace it with a Baldwin class, even though, in fact, you know what? Even though it is a little bit expensive and it's a little bit stupid. Let's not even bother. Let's get a Russian class GV. Sure. Passenger wagon. Let's just get sidecar with stakes. And let's bump it up. Let's make it similarly long. 160 meters it is. How much is that going to set me back? 4 point something million? Let's borrow 5 million. Replace. Brilliant. And we spend that money, and we immediately get to see the train. Fantastic. 140 capacity now. 140 log capacity. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That is wonderful. Look at how many logs this thing is loading. That's crazy. Every single carriage is getting its fill. Fantastic. It does take a little while. Does take a little while to get going, but you know, don't we all? Don't we all? Right, so it says that I've lost money. That is fictitious to the nth degree. Better than better planky supply. Yeah. Let's see this in action. Also, I think we now need to get rid of Thule. Thule needs to be disassembled. And I'm thinking that this would be a great opportunity. I'm thinking that this would be a great opportunity to add some more... Where the flip is it? It's over here. I'm thinking that this would be a great opportunity to add some more vehicles to Oily. Why? No reason. Just feel like it. Sure. Let's add Thule's vehicles to Oily. Thule. There we go. I haven't selected anything else, have I? Yeah, so Thule's vehicles are all going to be reassigned to Oily 1. That's right. Oily 1, get over there. Great. Is there an issue? No path. There is an issue. Okay, well, I mean, that's a massive pain in the backside because I thought there was a route. I didn't think that I'd have to build one. Oh. Come on. Yeah, there's like little, like fractal networks. Well, you know what? I am gonna connect up a road network because I want to, not because I have to. Jeez, get off my back. Right, borrow $500,000 for the process, and try not to spend an absolute arm and a leg on the cheapest country road that I can afford. Okay. One field will be removed. Okay, let's not do that. That does seem like a pretty important field to keep. We will almost certainly use it in the future. I'm sure. Don't hold me to that, please. Nice. Okay, so that's disconnected, disconnected. I need to connect it up to... Yeah, so I literally just need to connect this up to there, and then we're golden. I think. Okay. If we get this connected, then that should mean that we have a path right from one side of the map to the other side of the map, basically. Which ain't half bad. Alrighty. Let's put that right there. Grand. And there is no pathing issues, which means that the trucks are going to come all the way from over here, all the way along this brand new stretch of road that I've built, all the way up here to Sutton Coldfield, all the way down to Medlar with Wesham. That's not a real name. That's not a real name. I'd be willing to bet money on that. And then right along this brand new stretch of road that I've just built into, well, not into, in fact, yes, into Horsham. Horsham? That's also a fake name. Don't believe it. And then all the way up to this Warwick oil well, then into Stamford, then into Shrivenell, then into the area where they are going to be operating in. Fantastic. Okay, so with that, we've got the passenger service set up from Kingston upon Beach to Burnley, or Burnley to Kingston upon Beach. How successful is it looking, actually? Mediocre at best, really. Mediocre at best. How many passengers do you have? 28! Actually slightly better than mediocre, to be honest. Actually slightly better than mediocre. I'm fairly impressed with that. That's pretty darn good. Grand. So that means that all we need to really do... Oh, because of course we've also got... Hold up. How did this happen? What I need to do is I need to have signals. I need to have non-one-way signals. I need to have non-one-way signals. Yeah, the train... Yeah, this is an issue. I need to have non-one-way signals right here and right here. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, so that should fix that problem pretty much instantly. Yeah, I believe. All right, is this the... Oh yeah, this is the first time the upgraded train 2 has arrived at the station. Let's see how much cheddar you churn out. I suspect it will be rather a lot of cheddar. Rather a lot of cheddar. Come on, bring me back into profitability. Don't look at my earnings. That's an unnecessary figure to look at. $1 million. Beautiful. Nice. I'll take that. That's very, very nice. Very, 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 very nice indeed. Gives the sawmill, hopefully, ample materials. Ample materials to work with. Where the heck are you going? You are going to exactly where you're supposed to be going. Thank goodness. I thought, because I was thinking, hey, that green, pretty similar to that green, if you can't remember, which I definitely cannot. So that actually worked out not too badly. Cool. So you're coming, you know, exactly the right direction, exactly where you should be going, which is great. I feel that what I'm gonna do, what I was going to say there is that I feel like I should modify better than better Planky Supply just, you know, to take the resources from Kingston upon Beach right into the town. Sorry, from Kingston upon Beach. This needs to be called something other than Kingston upon Beach. Tool stop. Tool stop station. Right, so I don't confuse it. Right, so from the tool stop station right into the center of town, but I actually cannot modify the route to do that because we can only carry... Yeah, we can only carry a select number of things on these stake cars. So I'm going to need to get a brand new and exclusive train to do just that, to do the route. Which is okay, which is fine, which is fine. Let's just choose a really cheap train. The train with the lowest amount of emissions. Since we will be going around passengers. Russian class GV, that's not actually too bad. I think the Russian class GV is the best for the job. Yeah, okay. Let's get that added. And then let's have a little look at the wagon types. Wagon types. Oh, I also should have remembered that I'm pretty certain this... Oh, no, I modified the station. I was waiting to say, I'm pretty sure it's only an 80-meter length, but it actually isn't. So just go right back to ignoring me. If you started to pay attention for a millisecond, well, you know what? That's great. You can go back to ignoring me. I think boxcar is the best, right? I mean, they're all boxcars, but this specific boxcar. 80-meter long train? Sure, sign me up. And then let's get ourselves a brand new route. Right into there. Great. It worked. That's fantastic. Okay, so now, just like that, we should have filled all of our track with trains, which is grand. Okay. Put that on there. Grand. And this is going to be called... This, I feel like it should be related to Thule. I think it should be like something like, you know, Thule reincarnated like Buddha. Do you spell Buddha like that? Or is it something like that, you know? Something, you know, spiritual. Something reincarnated. But, you know, I could have just named it Thule reincarnated. But if I add like Buddha, then it's a little bit, you know, it's a little bit zany, it's a little bit unique. You know, don't we all strive for a little bit of zaniness in our lives? I know I do. I'm constantly on the lookout for a little bit of zane. Is that, what's the plural of zany? Zanies? Oh, no. Oh, thank goodness. I thought that train was going to go straight ahead. Goodness gracious me. That was almost a cataclysmic disaster. Right, so just like that, we should have, I mean, already massively increased our log carrying capability. Train 2, however, I think I'm actually going to clone. Not enough money to do that, so, you know, let's take out further loans. All the way almost back up to $10 million again. So it's not bad. But let's get a copy of Train 2, which I absolutely cannot do apparently. You know, just max it out. It's only 10 mil. It's only 10 mil. Don't worry about it. Cool. And we should be running that on the line now. Fantastic. Oh, I even did it in the right depot as well. That's fantastic. That is great. That is wonderful. Okay, Train 12 is en route now. Thule reincarnated. I feel like even though it's called Thule reincarnated like Buddha, I'm going to shorten it for, you know, time-saving measures. So I don't have to say the whole name all the time. Anyway, beach bus on rails. How's it doing? How's the route doing? Is it making me money? It's not losing me a lot of money, which honestly, that's good business in my books. Good business in my books. We've got the Thule train arriving fairly soon. It had to steam through the station, which I'm sure upset a heck of a lot of people in the town. But, you know, what can I actually do about that? Not very much, as it turns out. Not very much about that at all. The amount of emissions that we have, pretty unacceptable, to be honest. If I was a resident of Burnley, I would be pretty hacked off. However, I don't actually care, because I'm, you know, the CEO of a transport company. It's my job to make emissions. Get with it. Get with the picture. Anyway, better planky supply. I have a funny feeling that better planky supply is, well, a route that is perhaps, you know, chronically understaffed for the important role that it actually does. Yeah, so I have a funny feeling that I'm going to have to increase the amount of... Let me configure the vehicle a second. Replace the selected vehicle. What have we got on this? The Russian Rushich type class 1. This one. Right. Replace it, but replace it with a larger number of stake cars. It's this one, isn't it? Yeah. Up to 160 meters in length. Do I even have the finances to make this happen? 2.3 million? I have nowhere near the money to do that. I have nowhere near the money needed to do that. Actually, I'm not far off. But I am going to do it. Come on. The train is devaluing too fast. There we go. Okay, so spend literally all of my money. I have $487 in my account. Not great. However, that is a really, really important change. It means that we're now able to carry 140 bits of plank, which is pretty darn good. I still think we're going to need to get another train to join the existing one on the line, but having that is not a bad thing, that's for sure. I am a little concerned, however, that some of the hills might be a little bit too steep. Man, I never really appreciated how steep the hill into Burnley actually was. Have a look at that. Have a look at how steep that actually is. Hold up. Hold up. This is a problem. Why has that train stopped? Because there is a better train on the same bit of track. I see what's going on. I know the issues here. I see everything. This needs to be one way. There we go. So now, we should not see train number 10 stopping. No siree. If you were to be backlogged there, then that would be a colossal pain. Colossal problem, in fact. Right. Let me just go back to beach bus on rails. Is that, yep. Okay, good. You got a 32 passenger complement. Don't mind. Don't mind if I do. If all of those passengers could compliment me, then that would be exceptional. That would be grand. That would be great. I'm going to turn you around, and then I'm going to do something real cheeky here. Real freaking cheeky. Can I turn that into a non... Nope. You know what? Just turn around. Just turn around and continue. Just ignore me, right? I would have to build a little crossover bit of track from this track to this track if I wanted to make that little trick work. But it's okay. It's fine. Oh my goodness. You are... How fast are you actually going? 55 kilometers per hour. You are absolutely flying. I mean, I know we're in 3 times speed, but I mean, even in 1 times speed, you're still going pretty darn fast. At 3 times speed, you are technically going 3 times faster. I mean, technically. All right. This is looking fine. This is looking fine. How many planks have we got? 158? That is quite a lot. Now, can I configure this? Can I configure this train to store cargo? I don't actually know if I can. Platform for cargo. Like, what's the difference between, like, platform for cargo or cargo storage buildings? I mean... If I put in a large building, for example, will that allow me to store more cargo? I sure as heck hope so. But that looks spectacular. That looks really, really good. Yep, you're full. Turn around, go in the right direction. 29, 30 logs. Yeah, so this is happening because we're not moving enough product. We're not moving enough planks that have been, or we're not moving enough logs that have been turned into planks to their final destination, i.e. to Kingston upon Beach. We haven't moved the tools in a while, and we haven't moved the planks in a while, and each and every forest can only have sort of so many plank products in the world at any one time, I believe. Grand. Okay. But it should still be fine. It should still be fine. Stick it in 3 times speed. I'm not worried about my financial position. Great. That should free up a bunch of logs over here, right? That's what I'm kind of hoping for. Also, whilst I am still playing this game, I should just go and have a look, make sure that everything is hunky-dory in the world of Salcombe East and the whole You know, oil-making business, the money-churning business, as I like to call it. Because that's exactly what happens. 18 fuel, nice. 35 oil, fine. Yeah, I mean, look, it seems to be making a ridiculous amount of money. Can I have a little look at my finances, please? That would be great, video game. Thank you very much. Right, sort by balance. Okay, Thule Reincarnated is making the least money. That's actually to be expected, given that it hasn't reached its final destination yet. Although it is about to. It is about to. What is your capacity, my friend? 63, and there are 29 tools waiting. I mean, honestly, all of those tools are going to be transported, and they're going to be transported right now. So we might not break even on the first run, but we will break even soon. Oh, for goodness sake, I know exactly where this issue has arisen. It is, as I suspected, right over here. I do not have the money to place down another signal, though, so... I mean, what can you do? What can you do? These trains are so unbelievably long. Ideally, I should have moved this branch up past this point over here, but I didn't, because I'm an idiot. But I should have. Does that make any difference? Can I get you to ignore? Oh, I can't get you to ignore stuff. This is a problem. Okay, go into 3 times speed and hope that a train arrives that will give me money. Nope. Doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Yeah, this is a real old-fashioned problem right here. Okay, first of all, I can get you to turn around. You can turn around and go in the opposite direction for a little bit. No, you cannot do that. In fact, yes, you can. Right, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. This is going to be the greatest turnaround in train game history. That's right. Okay, so that gets turned into a non-one-way signal as well, which should give you a path, right? I should give you a path. Should give you a path to the train station. Let me have a little look. Okay. Will that work? Okay, lots of trains have now got problems. Oh man, this was badly planned. This was badly planned. Okay. You go back to the train station. This is what I should have done in the first instance. And you go down here. Great. And then reset all of that nonsense that I just changed along this path. I was trying to send everything back in a different direction. Oh my goodness. Okay, you need to turn around. And you need to turn around too. Great. And what are you doing here? Train 1. Oh yeah, you're actually delivering passengers. That's cool. Okay, go in there. Why are you not going? Waiting for free path. You should be able to get here. Do I need to place down a different type of signal? Is that the problem? I don't have any other types of signals. Just stop. Uh-oh, hold on. Better Planky Supply needs to use Terminal 1. What if I equip Better Planky Supply to only operate on Terminal 2? They both only operate on Thingy 1. Can I not just get them to operate on both of them anyway? That was kind of what I was going for. Okay. And you can go. Grand. We need to be aware of that, actually. That is a flaw in the matrix. Train 1 is exhausted. Well, you're just getting started. You're just getting started, my dude. Okay, so we should now be fine. Oh, no. No. No, 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 no. I cannot place down another signal over here to stop this train. Because I ain't got the money. I ain't got the cash. I ain't got the cash to do that. And we have ridiculously long trains. Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? It's a noble sacrifice that you've made right there. You're just gonna have to wait it out. Thank goodness we don't need to put another signal here. Hold up. I have the money. I have the money. I can confirm I have the money. One way. Yep. Okay, now you can turn around and wait for a path. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, and you know what? I'm actually going to remove this signal. I'm going to remove that signal. So that should, in theory, mean that we don't have any confusions in this area. This is a restricted access area where only certain trains are going to be allowed in at certain times, and it should all just work a little bit smoother than it currently is. But that's fine. That's fine. Okay, anyway, let me go back to my financial analysis of my lines. Better planky supply. Yeah, I had a little bit of an issue with that one. Lost a fairly large amount of money. Better than planky supply. Presumably just hasn't completed its current route because it was stuck up in a massive traffic jam. The biggest. Thule reincarnated presumably is about to come into the station or has just been into the station. That's going to have to be fixed. Plastic route. That's garbage. Plastic Fantastic. I feel like you should be renamed. Plastic Stickier. Fantasticier. Sure, that's not how you spell it, but we'll roll with it. Anyway, that's losing a little bit of money. Taunton Tramming. I mean, Taunton Tramming loses so little money that it doesn't even matter to me. Plastic Fantasticier is presumably, yeah, it kind of has like really, really profitable years and then chronically unprofitable years. Or not even chronically, just regularly unprofitable years. It has very, 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 very cash-rich years and then, bad years. But that's just because of the nature of the business. And it's fairly difficult to ensure regularity with just one boat. So it does like one delivery every 3 years, and then it makes its money right there. Okay, I mean that's fine. I am a little bit indebted, but don't regard that too seriously. I can say I'm pretty happy with the way that things are looking right now. Okay. Put that over there. Ditch that. Sure. Okay, so hopefully, theoretically, that means that we should never really have an issue like that ever again. Kinda just banking on this. Kinda just banking on this working. Who actually knows if it's going to be a success? You'll have to tune in to the next episode, the next epic episode of Transport Fever. That's right, 93 out of 140 wood. That ain't too good. I'm not super positive about that. However, there is 190 wood waiting, and it's just all disappearing. It's all disappearing. It's all being lost because we just don't have. Oh no, it's just being loaded onto a train. It's not disappearing. But disappearing resources apparently can happen. Don't really understand how that works. I guess we'll have to find out in the next episode. Thanks as ever to my fantastic patrons who help make videos like this possible, helping me on my course to financial freedom. From the grind of everyday life, the grind of the man, and instead be a creative soul flying free. To make transport videos on YouTube. That's right. It's possible. If you want to help out, check it out. Check out the Patreon. Thanks very much for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye.